Hi friends, hi. Welcome to a gab about a bag. This bag gab is a reveal. There will be no suspense because I don't know how to do suspense. So the bag that we are gabbing about today is my Palm Springs Mini by Louis Vuitton in the reverse mono print. I am so excited to add this bag to my collection. In case you're hoping that I'll do like mod shots and what fits and all of that, just so you know, I don't intend to do that for this video. I'm just going to talk about my experience with this bag and adding it to my collection and my thoughts about it so far. I have had this bag a very short time, less than a month, and this bag came to me from Fashionphile. Now, Fashionphile, I have a little bit of a question mark relationship with, partly for these reasons. I'll just tell you. First of all, they don't hardly offer sellers a fair price, I don't think, on their consignment. It's not consignment, I guess, they just buy it outright. So I think they offer some of the lowest prices to sellers out there, which I don't love. I mean, but people keep selling to them, so that's that, right? Also, I have a sneaking suspicion that they either have their staff or anyway encourage others to buy items up, sell them to them, and then claim that they are hard to find and mark them up like 25 to 35% over retail. I have nothing to substantiate that, but I have a number of times gone onto the Fashionphile website and seen like 12, 13, 15 of one item that is impossible to find on like Louis Vuitton or Gucci, mostly Louis Vuitton, and Fashionphile has like 12 of them available and they're all marked 25 to 35% over retail, and that doesn't sit right with me. Like, how are they doing that? Brand new items, like fresh items is too, not like, you know what I mean, discontinued items or things from the way back that they've like somehow managed to get. So that leaves me feeling a little bit funny. But there are some good things about it, and I'll tell you what those are and why I ended up getting this through there. So the first thing is I did not pay Fashionphile over retail for this item. This bag was impossible to find for a long time, both in this version and in the regular monogram version. But lately it has been much easier to find. So Fashionphile had it on their website for 20% less than their original asking price, which was well above retail anyway. So it came down to below retail, but like they act like it was like a sale, like a big savings. It was just an appropriate price for it at that point. So that's one of the reasons I went for it. I think as items become more available through Louis Vuitton, they are less incentivized to jack up the price. So anyway, this had come down and it's in excellent condition, and had not been purchased at the gouging price that they were asking. So I was lucky to be able to find it. The other thing was that I wasn't prepared to pay for it all at once, and Fashionphile does have a payment plan that you can do, like a layaway style thing with no interest or anything like that. In part, I wanted to do that because it was around my birthday. Nobody gets me luxury for my birthday, but sometimes people will throw a little cash my way, you know, and I kind of wanted to see what shook out of the birthday present situation, and if there was anything in my closet that I wasn't using that I wanted to cycle out so that I could save up the money to buy it without having to put it like on a credit card or anything like that. So Fashionphile is great for that because I was able to pay for it over time and kind of let some gifts trickle in and, you know, things like that. So that was another reason I went for it. And then you know, the third is I didn't want to pay even retail for it because, you guys, I'm a little bit nervous about this bag being a fad. It's fine if it's a fad, I'm okay with it. And people are like, backpacks are always on trend. I just want to remind folks of something. I don't know how old everybody is, but I grew up in the 90s and I remember that teeny backpack trend. of the 90s. So it is not correct that backpacks never go out of style. Teeny backpacks have been here before and they've left and now they're back. So I am not under the delusion that this is something that is going to be around for another 5 years, and maybe 5 years, but definitely not 25. You know, this is not a speedy. We're not talking speedy status with this. And if we are, amazing, then I have one. But I suspect that that's not going to be the case. So I didn't even want to pay regular retail through Louis Vuitton. I didn't want to spend that much money. So it was great that I was able to get it for below retail. I was able to pay it off in time and all that. So that's the reason I went with Fashionphile on this purchase. I had never seen this bag in person and it didn't do much for me in pictures. I know that everybody has it. A couple of people in the world, and many of whom are on Instagram and YouTube, have this bag, but I don't know any of those people, and I'd never seen it in real life, and so without that kind of oomph, it never really was at the top of my radar. I love backpacks, but a backpack this small, I was always like, not really. But then one of my friends on Instagram got one, and she was sharing, she lives in Boston as well, and she was sharing her pictures, and I thought, wow, that is kind of cute. I like what she's doing with it. So weeks after she got hers, I found myself in the Louis Vuitton Boston, and my essay was just bringing stuff to try, you know. She put this like right on the thing, and my eyes nearly popped out because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my gosh, it's so cute. In person, it is absolutely adorable. So my essay helped me set it up, showed me the different ways that I could try it, put some of my stuff in it, and it was love right then and there. But only when I saw this in person did I feel like it spoke to me. So I decided then that I would try to find it for a little less than retail and that I would start saving up for it, and that's exactly what I did. Why did I get the reverse monogram instead of the regular monogram? First of all, I love the regular monogram, period. But when the reverse monogram started coming out, I fell in love with it as well. I like how warm it is. I like how it lightens the traditional monogram, adds a little bit of freshness without going too far off the path. So I thought I wanted to add more reverse monogram to my collection. Full disclosure though, when I saw it, I thought this looks like a fake bag. When I saw it in the store and I tried it on, I felt like it looked like not real Louis Vuitton and it looked like a knockoff. And I thought, oh, that's strange. And for some weird warped reason in my mind, that made me love it even more. I was like, yeah, I like that it looks a little bit like it's a knockoff and that like it wasn't made by Louis Vuitton. And I kind of got a perverse kind of a tickle about it. And one of the tickles is that there was a time when I would have been horrified if anybody thought that my luxury item was counterfeit or fake. You know, like I would have been hurt, I would have been offended, I would have been like, the person is racist, it's because I don't look like all this stuff, and all that is probably true. But I've come to a point where I'm kind of like, I wish somebody would, and I would not even care, and I would delight in it. Like, I have nothing to prove to anybody, and I wish people would have questions about the legitimacy of my luxury purchases. Like, let somebody say something to me or don't, whatever, I don't care. So that was all just kind of like in the back of my mind when I walked out of Louis Vuitton that day, and I thought, I think this is what I'm going to put on my luxury list next. I was chatting with a completely different friend on Instagram, and she was giving me some tips about what to look for, and she'd ordered a couple of these, and none of them had worked out for her. So she was like, oh, watch out for da-da-da. And she also said that she preferred the traditional monogram in this bag, and she has the traditional monogram, and she loves it because she thought the reverse looked fake. And that brought it all home for me. And I thought, wow, I'm not the only person who thought it looked fake. And amazing, great, that's even more reason like I need this bag now. So that was kind of the kicker, you know, that really pushed me over the edge. I was like, yeah, it does. I think it looks fake, but you think it looks fake, and I actually think that's cool. And I understand why some people would not think that's cool, but you know, that's just kind of where I am right now. So that's it. That's the gab about this bag. It's a reveal. I did an unboxing, and there's a video of the unboxing somewhere on my Instagram and YouTube, so you can always check that out if you are curious. In maybe a few weeks time, I will do a what fits, and I'll do mod shots and things like that. I certainly have pictures of myself wearing this because I have been wearing it as much as I can the last couple of weeks, so I certainly have pictures of it on my Instagram, so feel free to check that out in the meantime if you are curious about it. But I will leave it here for now. Would love to hear your thoughts about the Palm Springs Mini, how long this will last. Is it a trend or is it not a trend? I'm saying it is, but you let me know. And regular monogram versus reverse monogram. Let me know all of that, Instafam. Would love to know your thoughts. In the meantime, stay well. Peace.